A British engineering company, truly global and ready to take on the world. That was the vision of Sir Ralph Robbins, CEO and later chairman of Rolls-Royce. This is the story of a company that went from receivership to global leadership. How did they do it? Let's first look at their story. Founded in 1906 as a car maker, Rolls-Royce started building aircraft engines when World War I started. For more than 5 decades, the company thrived as the aircraft industry was booming. But at the end of the 1960s, its inability to produce a cost-effective engine for the growing market of wide-body jets sent the company into receivership. Rescued by the government in 1971 and stripped of its car business, the company only returned to private ownership in 1987 as the country's sole aircraft engine manufacturer. The 25 years that followed produced one of the best examples of strategic agility in the world. Today, the company has a global leading position in each of its target markets. Let's look at what happened in this period. The transformation began in the late 80s and early 90s and was triggered by both internal and external challenges. First, Rolls-Royce had the courage to define what a bright future could look like, a strategy that is fit not only for today or tomorrow, but for the next century. Instead of competing on cost or improving its existing businesses, the company decided it should strategically compete on areas of future growth, where it could build a sustainable competitive advantage. Rolls-Royce decided to focus on solving difficult technical challenges in the broad area of energy and transportation on a global scale. Getting ready for the 21st century meant getting new capabilities, and where those capabilities could not be built fast enough, they were acquired. In 1996, the company acquired Allison, facilitating its expansion into the US market. It continued in 1999 with 3 more companies which provided a strong initial foothold in 3 of its future priorities: oil and gas, aircraft engine service and maintenance, and marine power systems. This is a radical acquisition strategy by any standard. Many of the acquisitions had little to do with what Rolls-Royce had stood for, but they proved to be instrumental in the company's future. Next, the company reshaped its organization to ensure focus on priorities and smooth integrations of the acquired companies. The low productivity elements were eliminated. Despite the fact that the workforce was reduced by 1/3, total output increased, and essentially, the product development cycle was reduced from 12 months to only 12 weeks. Finally, the pinnacle of this transformation was transforming its core business, the aircraft engines, from a manufacturer and selling model to a service model with a cost per flight hour. The customers love the new model, and services now account for more than half of the company's core revenues, while its competitors are struggling to catch up. So, what is the insight? What made this massive transformation so successful? At the heart of it is one man, recognized by many as the unsung hero of the British industry, Sir Ralph Robbins, a knowledgeable and decisive man. Described by his successor as having balls of steel, Sir Robbins is one of the most preeminent critics of the modern short-termism. With foresight and courage, he accelerated the reorganization started by his predecessor, and after 43 years in the company, left behind a strong successor who continued the transformation well into the 21st century. To summarize, over the past 25 years, Rolls-Royce has consistently demonstrated its ability to understand its changing environment, quickly adapt its strategy, and then excel at implementing it. Despite its size and global presence, the company is still nimble enough to react to the changing needs of the industries it aims to serve.